Man, that song brings back some memories. That's Sam and myself playing like 8 years ago.
Yeah,
Man.
8 years already. It's crazy.
When you
When that
guys were young souls.
my beard wasn't white.
Definitely a little younger. A little bit.
But yeah, everybody that's here today should be here. It's snowing outside. It's cold. Just come in and watch the Bearded Browns podcast. I mean, shouldn't be any other way today. Just do it. Just watch. Join us. Angel, you want to do the intro today, or you want me to rock it out?
No, I can. Yeah, I can do it. I'm just making. My kids are just now waking up. They're still on vacation mode, obviously.
All
They
right.
get up this late, so I just want to let her know I got her tablet ready. This morning we are going to get right into talking about what seems to be what dropped maybe Thursday, Friday. The Myles Garrett requested a little meeting with the owner. Then we're going to recap the Tuesday show, which was, if you have not heard it yet, go back and listen. I'm sure it's on our podcast platforms, or watch the live video. It's pinned on Facebook. If you guys need to go to our page, it's right on top. You'll be able to see it. Mike and Sam did a great job and asking questions, and they got some really good answers from Mr. Mitchell. Then we're going to hit up some quarterback and running back talk about the class that is coming out, along with some questions about an OSU player that seems to be getting a lot of hate for some reason. So again, today's show is sponsored by Beer Games. Let me tell you something. I went on vacation in Florida, and I actually had to go into some pools, which I found disgusting, by the way, but I do it because I'm a dad, right? So I'm going in pools, the chlorine. I used to be worried about my beard being dried out. That's why I didn't care. You want to know why? Because when I got back and I showered, I used some of that wonderful Beard Gains oil, and it brought life back to my dry beard, because the chlorine will dry your beard out. I don't know if you know that, but it worked. And look, it's still beautiful today. So go to them, beardgains.com, type in Bearded Browns, and you'll save 10% on your order today. So guys, I was on the plane when I was reading most of this. And into yesterday morning, I guess Myles went into try to have a meeting with Jimmy, and Jimmy's like, "Not having it, sir. I'm going to deny you this, because if you want to talk to somebody, you're going to talk to Andrew Berry." What do you guys think of that?
Go ahead, Sam. I got mine. Might be a minute.
He said mine might be a long minute.
Well, I guess that's Jimmy just saying that this is the guy you need to talk to. It's not me. Because, I mean, my whole thing now, too, is how Myles is coming off to me now. I'm not liking, because here's my not like. You're beloved here. Okay, now you don't want to be here no more because you want to be on a Super Bowl team. I mean, a lot of the guys on this team want to be a Super Bowl team, and you're still under contract. And right now you're asking, let me get out of here. Let me go, because I want to play for a better chance of winning a Super Bowl. Let me go, and you're just going to have to pay me the money you still owe me. So, I mean, it's not working out in the benefit for the Browns, and he's not understanding that, And then I'm hearing he said, well, if that's the case, I'll just sit out next year. That's how you want to do a legacy. I got a bad taste in my mouth from this Myles I'm hearing. So. That's
Same. Honestly, I think it's like a double-edged sword, to be honest. You got Jimmy Haslam not talking to Myles. You obviously offered the guy $40 million a year to stay. There was a contract that they offered him to stay. He declined it. And then why a week later you want to talk to the owner? What are you going to say? If you bring in this guy and this guy, I'll stay, and you give me that $40 million? Like you said, he's being kind of stubborn. I get it. He's the number one player in the league, or on our team especially. But, dude, you don't have leverage, and we're going to get to more of that to the Stump interview. You don't have leverage. You've signed a 2-year contract that is binding. There's nothing you could do. You could sit out next year, but now you're not going to have tape to prove that you're still a good player. Like you said, we all love Myles, man. We do. But, dude, you're LeBron Jamesing the hell out of us right now. And I get it. The team is in shambles right now. But you're making matters worse.
I want to touch on something really quick too, man. I think that has something a lot. You just said it, Mike. That LeBron James, they do talk. He does talk to LeBron, and I was made aware of the management company that Myles has is owned by LeBron.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the same. They had the same.
So it's the same entity. So they're talking, and how LeBron. I could just in my eyes, my mind, I'm going, all right, I'm LeBron James. You're Myles Garrett. And he's going, well, you seen what I had to do. This is how you got to do it, and you got to stick. You got to stay on that and just do what you want to do. You deserve better. Da 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 da. So I see a LeBron influencing him a lot with this decision. So.
My wife and I were talking about it before the show. Now she's in the background. I can barely hear her because my headphones are on, but she's talking shit. I know she is. She loves Myles, but she's still talking.
So,
Oh, she disagrees.
yeah.
He needs to stand up for himself.
Yeah.
Oh, Angel agrees.
No. Like, I was going to say, give her the mic so she could talk.
Oh, no, she got her surgery done yesterday.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Hope you're feeling good.
So I'm kind of,
She's going to get her headphones so she doesn't have to listen to me.
she's like, I'm tired of you guys. This is Brown's talk already.
Is this love that I'm feeling?
So I'm just going to go. My take is going basically. I'm going to read some comments off. I'm just kind of confused on like a fan perspective of this. Dave on Facebook says your number one employee is upset. Wouldn't you want to sit down and talk with the owner? Man up, Haslam's. Have a good one, guys. Dave said dumb move by Jimmy. Arthur Banks sat down to talk with his backup quarterback, Kirk Cousins. I'm confused. Like, are we mad because the Haslam's hands are on this team, or should we be mad as fans that he wants it off? Which one is it? Because when he had his hands on it and we got Deshaun Watson, the fans are saying, keep your hands off. Don't touch the team. Let Andrew Berry run the team. And when he does that, fans are now saying, bro, sit down with Myles. So you can't have fans, you can't have it both ways. You can't be situational with how the owner handles the team, right? So he's just saying, listen, hypothetically, I'm not saying this is how he feels. I made a huge mistake influencing this Deshaun Watson thing, and we set us back many years because I did a stupid decision emotionally trying to get this quarterback. I made it influence the room. I don't want to do that again. So, Myles, if you want to be on this team, I already told division to Andrew Berry what we're going to do with you. I have nothing else to say. It's kind of exactly what Mike said. Like, what else has him going to say that Myles has not heard?
Right.
So, like, fans, I'm just speaking from a fan's perspective. What do we want here? Do we want the Haslams to be in front managing the team, or do we want the owners to be owners and sit back? I think of a clip. What?
Dave, we're gonna stump that question here in a minute, and pun intended when I say it. He said Jimmy wanted number 4, nobody else did. All the Cleveland reporters all said it. That's not true, and we're gonna get to that here shortly.
Yeah, we'll get to that here shortly. Either way, I go back to the clip. I don't know if you guys saw HBO Sports, Hard Knocks. The reason why no NFL team wants to do it this year, Jimmy Mora, the owner of the Giants, went to the GM and said, "Hey, we're not going to do this Saquon Barkley thing." He said, "No." He's like, I hope we don't regret this." Walked away. They end up regretting it, right? That's what owners do. Owners let your GMs run the team, and Haslams are learning that. Listen, we made a couple mistakes. We may have influenced the room while we convinced other people to join on this Watson train, and we don't want to do that again. Also, too, we're too worried about trying to build a stadium down at Brook Park. I'm not worrying about you, Myles.
Stream is disconnected. Are we still live?
No, it's not. It just booted.
It's supposed to reconnect by itself. I'm done, dude.
We're good.
All right, we're good. So,
Yeah.
In a nutshell, Streamlabs sucks. Anyways, you guys might notice there's a Redline Network logo down there. We're doing a lot of work with them here soon. We're doing the IX Indoor, the Piston Power Show with them. And they're going to be giving away some tickets on their show tomorrow. And we will be giving some tickets away here shortly as well. Not on today's show, but we will be giving some tickets away here soon. We're going to figure out how we're going to do that. We also have a meeting with them tonight. So we're going to get that all taken care of over some food. Yeah, we'll be live at the Piston Power Show March 30th. That's a Sunday from 11 to 2. So join us. We got stickers. We got some cards to give out to you guys. And we're going to be talking Browns, so feel free to come up to us and talk some Browns if you want. Or you could pinch Sam's cheeks, whatever you want to do. I mean,
Pull on his beard.
Yes.
I'm hearing my birds in the background. It's funny, man. They're just chiming in because I'm isolated in a room. The wife's working in another room, and they're like, "Hey, what are you guys doing? Come out!" I keep hearing them in the background. It's funny.
But yeah, the Power Show is March 28th to the 30th. We will be there on the 30th. So we had that interview with Stump Mitchell Tuesday, and I almost want to cut right into what Dave said here when he said Jimmy wanted number 4. Nobody else did. All the Cleveland reporters have said it. There's one reason I don't watch the news, especially CNN. Oh yeah, I went there. I did it. I did it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go. So it says the coach said that bringing Watson to Cleveland Browns was a mutual decision. Everyone was on board with the move. So that was from someone that was in the room. Obviously, you would assume if they were sitting there. If not, you got the news from the person that was in the room, right? So it kind of takes away our theory that it was Haslam's decision only, right?
It made it sound like it was a whole group decision for sure, the way it all came out. And I liked how Stump would say on things, "This is my opinion," because this is what I saw while I was there.
Yeah.
So now that we're all aboard, I mean, it was a mutual decision. Everybody wanted it, and the way things happened with Baker were unfortunate. He did touch base with that. We're going to get to that here shortly too. But the big shocker of that whole conversation was when he said, "Bring back Joe Flacco." He says they shouldn't have let him leave. That guy brought culture back to Cleveland, and everyone, players and coaches, were happy when he was in the building. Also, that QB's allowed Kevin to coach, or he allowed Kevin to coach and call plays the best way he was at it. Watson, not so much. So where's the problem lie here in the quarterback room? You got Deshaun Watson that always lines up in shotgun. He's a stubborn asshole, overpaid piece of shit. Sorry, I said it. Yeah, it's a waste of money, time, and it completely annihilated the football team in a whole, not just a couple people. The whole team is in shambles. Thank God Joel Bitonio is coming back for another year. I mean, that's about all the good news we have. But yeah.
I wonder, like when you said everyone was on board, I wonder if it was like you talked it out. I don't think, maybe it was one of those things like, let's talk this out. Maybe some people said we should have kept with Baker. We should go this route. We should go. He even talked about Casey Keenum, believe it or not. We should go with this route or that route. But eventually came to the point where everybody was like, all right, you know what? You talked this into us, so we're on board. So when I read that interview, when I heard the interview, I didn't. When I heard him say that, I like a marriage, like my wife convinces me, hey, let's go to Disney every year, and then when I come back, I say I'm not going back there. But then eventually, over time, she convinces me again to go to Disney every year. So, like, I wonder if it was that type of everyone was on board type of move, not like everybody's gun ho about it right away.
What I'm going to say is everybody's going to hate it, but everybody sits there and blames the Haslams for signing Deshaun Watson. And, yeah, he had to sign a check at the end of the day.
Yep.
It tells you that. It was not just Jimmy Haslam. Everybody wants to blame either Andrew Berry, Jimmy Haslam, even Kevin Stefanski at times. But why would Kevin Stefanski want that when the dude's going to line up in strictly shotgun, when you want a guy line up behind center doing play action?
Yeah.
It just amazes me. So people, get your head out of your asses. This is Cleveland. We suck. I mean, that's just the inevitable from now on, it seems, until, 5 years maybe, when we can start making some big things happen again, hopefully. It's not just Stefanski's fault. It's not just Andrew Berry's fault. It's not just Haslam's fault. Everybody was on board. We have not had ownership try to make a decision like that since, Bernie Kosar, maybe? I mean...
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say that because Bernie Kosar was drafted by the Browns. We went on a leap. We took a huge leap of faith when we signed him. He was an elite player in Texas, and it just fell short, unfortunately. Didn't work out for us.
Your wife just said Myles will never win with the Browns on Facebook. Yeah. I mean, it was a weird. It was. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be 5 years. That I think we can. I think there's a path to do it, and I think the league has shown you that there's a way to win right away after. Denver is a good example. You could still be in salary cap hell and still win. Washington shows if you get the right quarterback, right culture, you can start winning right away too. So I don't want to say in 5 years. I mean, it can change all next year if they all. The problem is they just need a quarterback that can be consistent in the system, which Kevin wants to run, and everyone's on the same page again. I mean, that's what they need. I mean, the 2020 year was probably the best year, obviously, in Kevin's system and Baker's team. Everybody was getting along, and they made the playoffs, but they just need to get on the same. Everyone needs to be on the same page.
Agreed.
Sam,
you got anything to touch on the subject before we move along?
No, I'm good, man. It's just like I said. It's just I don't know. It's starting to stink around here with that whole Myles thing, and you're still under contract, man. And I can't see us. Why are we going to take a hit when we're already trying to fix problems and we had money problems? So I don't know. It's just. I think you're going to stay here. And like, if you said you want to sit on the bench, I said, I think you're really tarnishing your legacy. And if that's how you want to go to the Hall of Fame, then so be it. So,
I mean, I'll also say this about the Myles thing. You're setting as a team, you're setting a good culture if you don't allow one player to run your team. We did that with Deshaun Watson, and what happened? We had to change the offensive coach. We had to change the scheme. We had to change everything, and it did nothing for us. Nothing.
Like
we were held prisoner. We were held prisoner by him, and now fans are like, because it's Myles Garrett. Granted, one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. And I get it. He was the best pass rusher in the league last year, and you still were 3-13. Like, I'm not saying you don't need him. I'm saying, but you shouldn't be held hostage from him. Like Andrew Berry said, I'll sit down and have a meeting with you. Well, I'll tell you exactly what we're going to do. Jimmy Haslam says the same thing. Just sit down with Andrew Berry, see what he has to say. And then if you don't like it, continue on pouting in the corner, saying, I'm not getting my way. And see what happens. The rumor is that he might sit out games. If you want to ruin your legacy and your numbers, then let's call his bluff. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm with you on that.
All right, let's move along. The coach did say that Baker should have sat with his injury, and we could have rolled with Case Keenum, and could have still potentially been a playoff team, and went on with bigger things, but it didn't happen. We obviously witnessed what happened.
When he said it, I thought of that Raiders game. Didn't we play somebody else in that Raiders game that year? Not Casey. Who was the third string in 20? Was that 2020 when that happened? I should have looked this up before, but I was so
22 or 20. I forget now. Too many beers since then.
8 and 9, yeah. Okay, yeah, it was 2021. Yeah, I thought with that Raiders game they played a different quarterback. I could be wrong. Because I think Vegas box score they end up losing and being 7-7 after the win at Vegas. Let me see the box score real quick. No, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you brought up that, and I thought of a different quarterback. Nick Mullins. That's who it was.
Yeah.
So for some reason, they moved on from him in Baltimore and went to Nick Mullins for some reason. And I think it had to go back what he said. They didn't want to pay $60 million for him, Casey Keenum, to be their quarterback because he was a backup. And they wanted to see what they had in Nick Mullins. But yeah, that was an interesting take. When I heard that, I'm like, no, I didn't even think about that. I often forget Casey Keenum was even on the team at that time. But yeah, they could have.
Casey.
Casey Keenum, right?
No, just Case.
Is Case Keenum? Oh, I thought Case was short. My bad. Case Keenum. Case Keenum. Case Keenum. Yeah.
I thought it was
mean,
like a
when
cute little nickname you had.
no,
For him.
when he said that, I thought, I guess they could have. I don't know why they didn't. That's why I had to look back. I'm like, what? I thought for sure that that Raiders game was played not by him because I thought they would have won that game. And yeah, it was Nick Mullins.
That makes all the sense in the world. I mean, Stump was knowledgeable about a lot of things, especially on the offensive side of the ball. You guys watched it. It was.
He also said that the Haslam's came up to him and said, "Hey, do you think we can win with Baker?" And he told him, "Yeah, we can win with Baker." So I thought that was an interesting nugget there that the Haslam's asked around whether they just asked Stump because they respect Stump at the time. But I thought like maybe they asked other coaches other than, the offensive, the top guys, which was pretty interesting.
Right. He also said that Callahan was definitely going to coach with his son, debunking the main reason he left because Alex Van Pelt was fired. But also said letting Bill Callahan out of his contract was a mistake by Barry. They should have made Tennessee pay for him. He mentioned that he and Callahan had strong opinions about who to bring in at left tackle and running back, especially the call for Wirfs or Trent Williams over Wills. And they let AB know it, and AB still went with Wills.
Wills, your favorite player.
My favorite player. I'm going to get that guy's jersey and hang it on my wall.
Yeah, that was an interesting take. Maybe like when I read into that, I thought, well, maybe that's why. I mean, obviously he wanted, maybe they saw worse and how good he was in Trent Williams and how good he is in San Francisco and thought to himself, man, Wills was just a hard person to deal with in general. I mean, you're not getting a lot out of him for where you drafted him, and you're discouraged. And he even brought up with David Johnson, he wanted him, and they kept on kind of like not ignoring, but just not really paying attention to what he said. And David Johnson had a pretty good career.
Didn't pursue it.
Yeah.
Man, it was a bummer to see people like Alex Van Pelt and Bill Callahan leave. Also, Stump Mitchell. That was when it all started going downhill again.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
Yeah, last year was rough. He did say that.
Stump did say like bringing in the new offensive line coach. He did kind of reiterate like, did you expect those guys just to go right back to where they were when they had such a coach that they had and not having the time of practicing together to go out there and actually produce? So, I mean, therein lied some of the problem too. And we kind of talked about it on some earlier shows. Like what's going on here is we knew that some of them were hurt and banged up. But is this new coach? What's going on? We got a new guy in here. Now we're having these problems, but we have the same guys, new coach. So where's the problem at, So we'll see how that turns out, I guess, this year.
Yeah, it seemed like they kind of going back into somewhat the same scheme that they had with Callahan here. We'll see if that works out.
Hopefully they're going to have to. The offensive line, even Stump said it, was in shambles this year. They took a whole different approach last year, and I'm hoping this year everything could change. We can go back to that mainly run schemed offensive line that was able to block for a running back, and that was an issue. And even Chad pointed it out. He's like, "Oh man, Stump, you're talking about Mike's favorite thing right now," because he called out the offensive line all last year, and I knew there was a problem, dude. And he said it.
Yeah. He even, he said that he was big on it. He spent some time on fixing the offensive line. He even got to the point where he said, don't even draft a quarterback or anything, just to go, obviously, bring back Flacco. And he said, fix the offensive line and you'll be fine, which I thought was a good take, personally.
Yeah. He also said that them changing coaches altogether was the wrong move, and it confirmed it was not from Kevin. It was not from Kevin making the call. He thought the line coach especially was a bad scheme change, especially with injured guys who couldn't practice. But Stump did praise Deuce Staley, said that guy is a dog. He's a great coach. He's talked to him several times. Great guy, great coach, and that's what we need. So I got Stump's seal of approval on that one.
Yeah, for sure. And he said that And he said that Stump did say that he reached out to like Nick and them guys, and he goes, "Hey, you guys do have a really good coach stepping in for me, man. Just want to let you guys know that," which I thought was pretty cool, because Stump's not shows you some of kind of his who he is. Just because he left, he's not just gonna just buy him out. He was still talking with the players that were here, which I thought was pretty cool.
Did one of you guys turn a fan on? Oh, I just heard that was weird. This is like God, I hate.
It's been a lot of gremlins on my side. I know that. I don't know. I heard what you were hearing, but I don't know. It was nothing in the house unless the birds are washing dishes and the dogs are vacuuming the floor right now. I don't know. Shouldn't be no. Yeah, you never know around here. Right?
We're going to move back onto what Myles or Stump thought of Myles Garrett's decision. He did say Myles Garrett is right about the direction of the team, but he has no leverage whatsoever on asking for a trade. And I should have actually talked about that first, but what's up, Ken? Thank you for joining us. Everybody that's in here, thank you. Raul, Gregory, Dave, thank you guys. Ken says Deuce approached us at training camp. He's a cool dude. That was probably the best interview we're going to have for a while.
Yeah, until the next one, right?
Yeah.
Best interview we have for a while until the next one. But yeah, he was really good. I enjoyed what he had to say. I enjoyed everything he brought to the show, the takes. I mean, I listened to it. I got obviously I'm going to be cutting up reels for it, but so I listened to it about 4 or 5 times. But it was pretty interesting what he said. But yeah, especially the Myles Garrett comment there. He had obviously someone who's in football and knows trades and all the other stuff. It said there's no leverage for him right now. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens.
What's that?
No, I was going to just say the next point.
Oh, yeah, he also said they could take a big step in turning it around significantly with culture-changing quarterback like Flacco back in the building to win the team over.
And he died on that point. He made sure he re-entered it. Like I've listened. I mean, he brought up Flacco, and I wrote down every time he brought him up for marker points. But he brought him up 1, 2, 3, 4 different times. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that shows you how. I mean, if anything, how well he thinks about Flacco and how the locker room itself thought of Flacco at the time.
Yeah. You know what I'm happy about this year? They're not going to Camp Cupcake, Greenbrier. I hope they take him to a prison.
They're not going to Greenbrier. Yeah, I think Kevin confirmed that they're not going to Greenbrier.
Yeah, I know.
This year. Yeah. Oh, okay.
They're not going to Greenbrier. So I'm like.
And they also lined up 2 scrimmages, which is one more than what they normally do. So maybe Kevin kind of said the team quit this year at training camp. Maybe they saw that and they're trying to be like, all right, maybe the last 2 years we went on vacation at the Greenbrier. Well, it really wasn't training camp to these guys. Maybe we need to stay here and do things like normal.
I agree. I don't want Camp Cupcake. I mean, that's all it is. That place is like a 5-star resort.
It is. Yeah.
Take them to a prison. Let them stay in a prison for a week. Play football outside.
I get the ideal of it. Like, it's team morale. We get away from our phones. We get away from our family.
Of course. We get away from the show. We get away from Streamlabs. Oh, man.
Right. Yeah, so you get away from Streamlabs. No, you get away from there and you just enjoy. But obviously it backfired. Maybe the first year was cool, but going back there obviously wasn't the best.
Agreed.
Take them down to Mansfield Reformatory is what you're saying?
Yeah. Yes.
Have
them out in the yard.
Yep. Exactly.
Have them out in the yard.
We can make a movie about that.
Yeah, and
right.
Yeah, I agree. They need somewhere more rough. His Stump's take on the draft this year was very eye-opening for me, and maybe because he's a running back guy. But he did his top guy obviously was Scattaboo. But
Sam's top guy as well.
Yeah, He also said, which I found interesting, that his top guy overall is Hunter. Hunter, he believes that he can play both sides successfully. And coming from someone who obviously coached, it kind of stands more with him, even over a scout. Like you'd be like, well, you've seen people play, you know how they play. And if you break it down, like maybe he can play certain percentages more on one side over the other, but yeah, we'll see.
I did call him out on that. I said,
Yeah,
like, you
you
got to
did.
think about it. Like, you could do that, but how long can you do that?
All right.
Yeah.
You're going to worry about injury more. You'll be more injury prone if you're playing both sides of the ball. Fatigue is going to set in quicker and quicker every year.
I mean, they could use them on, you know, if they're going to use them more for a wide receiver, and they can have them on the defensive end on just special scenarios plays. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
Yeah.
it don't have to be like, you know, you think playing both sides of the ball, being that old Iron Man, and you're out on the field for all that time. It just might be scheme type stuff that you can use them with. Therefore, either on either side of the ball, depending on how you want to actually use him. But like I say, we'll see who gets that and how that all plays out here too once the draft comes. So.
Yeah, Ken just said play Hunter on third down on both sides, the money downs. It's not a bad
That
idea.
might help. Yeah, because he's athletic. He can help a lot more than the average person on those downs. But we'll see what they do. I'm dead set on they're going to take a quarterback, whether Shador or Cam. I think they have Cam maybe above. They're hoping Cam was there at 2, but I think they'll take Sanders at 2.
I don't know. It's not looking good for Shador right now.
Well, you would know more because I've been stuck at a Disney resort, so I couldn't really get into too much. But
Greenbrier.
what's going on? Oh, yeah. I was at Greenbrier for the week.
Shador, it looks like he's moving down. It looks like Cam Ward might be picked up first, and Shador might be picked in a later round, like in the first round, obviously, but
it's happened before, man. You think the top guy's going to be there. Next thing you know, they'll pan to the guy, and he's starting to melt in his seat like, oh, it just happened here, you know. So,
I mean, Shador Sanders and Cam Ward did not participate at the combine. They were there. They didn't participate in anything. Several teams, I guess, told them not to. But the top-rated quarterbacks were Jackson Dart out of Ole Miss, got a grade A. Tyler Sove from Louisville got a grade A. And Kyle McCord from Syracuse, also Ohio State. Got a graded A.
That kid, you guys help me out here. I watched some of the combine. I should have been writing names down as I was watching it because I did actually watch some of it. I did miss the running back portion, but I got to see the DBs, quarterbacks, wide receivers. But that kid from Notre Dame,
Leonard,
he didn't look too. I don't think he didn't look too bad to me. And
he's in the top 10 for sure.
Yeah, he looked pretty decent there too. I thought, you know, everybody kind of, some people don't like Milroe, but I thought he actually didn't look too bad. But it's the combine, you know, everything. That's just to show you your attributes, but everything's actually game time, so you can't really put all your weight in gold on a combine. I don't think you can. It's all, you got to go back to guys' footage and actually see what they're doing during a live game and how they're handling pressures and non-pressures. So
I agree. We all know you could run, jump, and swim at the end of the day. Who cares? Like that's why I didn't watch any of the combine this year. I watched highlights of it.
Heck, one kid had like an 11-foot 1-inch broad jump, dude. I'm looking down my hallway. I looked at the
You tried it.
We got a runner, a small running rug down the hallway. And I stayed at one end of the hallway and I jumped best I could and landed. I said, well, you get about 4 feet out of old Sam over here. That's about all you're gonna get.
You tried it.
I made it from the beginning of the hallway just past our first door. I'm like, yeah, it's about 4 foot. So that's about all you're gonna get out of me. So
I would break my hip if I tried that.
Hopefully I'm never in a pitfall situation. I got to jump over alligators and stuff. So we'll be in trouble.
The move on the Seattle will be interesting as far as Jackson Dart because they traded the quarterback to Vegas, which shows me that and they're looking to sign him again for a couple more years for big money. I think 45 to 50 mil a year what I read this morning. So it'll be interesting to see what Seattle does at their pick, because I think that's more of a Jackson Dart if Shador is not there type of pick for them to draft their future, unless they go with another Ohio State receiver. They have two of them on there. Yeah,
it is possible, and that's when I get into the running backs from the combine. Their graded potential. Stump did say he agreed that this is one of the highly touted classes coming out of the running back room in the combine. We got Ashton Janty, grade A, Boise State. Obviously, that's number one. Omarion Hampton, grade A out of University of North Carolina. And then the two Ohio State guys, Travion Henderson and Quinshon Junkins, graded them a B out of OSU. And then Cam Scatabo was a grade B out of Arizona State. He was in, I want to say the top 6 in this article I read that shows the most potential. And I agree, man. That kid has got so much heart. And Stump even said that would be the guy for Cleveland.
Yeah, when he said that, man, unfortunately, I couldn't get on that show. I was having some technical issues, which crushed me because that was an opportunity of a lifetime.
What happened this morning, too?
yeah, we figured out what was wrong.
So here, I'm going to tell you guys really quick. Here's Sam's technical difficulties. He couldn't hear us. We could hear them fine. So his wife is working today. She's our technical advisor, I guess.
For me, for sure.
She goes back to work, and it's like a room away. And she hears something. She picks up her work headphones. Now she could hear us. So we were connected via Sam's laptop to her work computer or work headphones.
And therein lies why I missed the interview of a lifetime. We just figured this out this morning. So.
It was on the wrong headphones the whole time.
Yeah, man. I wanted to take a ball peen hammer to this stuff, man, when that was going on. I'm like, just like my gut was like, oh, you're missing this, dude. But you and Chad did really well, man, on the interview. So
for sure.
Take on that. For sure. It was awesome. It's good to watch, good to hear that guy and coming out with you could tell the dude's talking straight from his chest. You know, he's been there, he's seen it. So I really respected him even more, you know, as a coach. And he's an advisor too, you know. He did say all those guys talk to each other, you know. They didn't, you know, I got to talk with the tight end coach. I want to know what's going on with the offensive line coach. I want to know what's going on. You know, they all got to be in sync, you know. So Stump's a hell of a guy, man.
He was. He just texted me and said he bought a bunch of Beard Gain stuff. No, I'm kidding.
He didn't need
He's
much.
like, I don't need much. I just use grease, bro.
Yeah,
okay. All right. Well, my bad.
It's natural.
Yeah.
I've been trying to chia. My sides don't grow in too good, so I've been trying Chia Pet. A-B supplements. I can't. It's all I get. I just get the front. That's all you get out of me. I tell you what, I'm almost ready I can almost curl this bad boy up right here. I tell you that.
You can get some Beard Gains wax. It'll work.
Yeah.
Curl that.
Have it nice
boy.
and ready for the Red Line show at the IX Center.
Me and Sam are actually going to go get our hair cut together the day before that show.
Really? You guys have coffee?
It sounded
eat a croissant.
It sounded. I'm not going to say the word, but I'll do the Fred Sanford. That sounded a little.
We'll get a haircut. Little coffee.
Yeah, but it should be cool, man. I'm going to get Mike over to my barber over here, and it's a good old Dago barbershop. And they do the whole beard thing and everything. So
I went to a party for my future brother-in-law, and he has a cousin who they just opened up a barbershop in Ohio City, him and his wife. And they charge a good amount if you guys want to go there. I mean, you got to pay like $100, but if you guys are interested.
I don't like my hair that much.
Yeah, right. I mean, when they said that, I'm like, I'll stay bald, bro. I'll stay bald. But yeah, I mean, they probably they're probably great. You know, Ohio City, big time area, and then you still charge in, people still come. You must be doing great.
I'm a roofer, man. I'll pass on that one. It's a little too rich for me, blood.
Exactly.
I do want to.
Go ahead.
So there's a lot of hate towards one of these guys in the draft right now. I'm not gonna say who it is right away. I want to see if who can guess it, even though you guys can see the notes. It's funny though. 54 games played with 68 solo tackles, 29 tackles for loss with 23 sacks, 9 this year alone, and an interception. Also,
And a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
recovery for a touchdown, and a national championship game won. Chad thinks this guy is not athletic enough, but doesn't care. Take him anyway if he slips. He's a baller and will work. It's defensive end, Jack Sawyer. I don't get all the hate. We made it real.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this so it's clarified. I'm not on that hate train. So that kid's doing really well for himself. So he's going to continue to do well.
Yeah, it's I see that. I mean, I posted that, and then like I'm on vacation. Mike's like, dude, look at that Sawyer reel. I'm like, dang, I'm at the pool, man, just commenting, just letting it move. Let it move, man. Keep on hating on that guy. Matter of fact, go to our page and comment on that reel because we benefit from it. So go right ahead.
Yeah, that's what you think.
He's gonna be a dog. Hopefully he will be a dog here, but who knows how it'll work out. So curious.
I think people are hating on that because he took a slip when he was doing his route running or whatever that drill.
A lot
but
of
it's
guys
like, come on, it's a new area. I mean, yeah,
Turf.
Come on, turf.
Right.
Come on, dude.
Everybody's calling him a crybaby because he ripped the Michigan flag out. I mean, what do you expect when you come to Ohio and you try to plant your flag? And cool.
Yeah, 100%. Like, if anything, that should make you like that player more, even if you don't like the team because he defended his home turf. Like, if we would have done that in Michigan, I'm sure a Michigan player would have done the same,
Right.
So.
They said he should have went to jail. I'm like, get out of here, man. He should have popped you in the mouth. That's what he should have. That's what I would have done.
So extreme.
Everybody, he didn't get his gold pants. Okay, he got a national championship. I mean, what's better? I mean, gold pants would be cool, but just like Michigan right now, oh, yeah, we beat you 4 years in a row. Cool, man. Look at the last 20 years. Let's do that.
We beat you 90 to about 20 years before that. So
every time they got an excuse. We hold the winningest record. Okay, well, we didn't cheat. It's a double-edged sword again. I hate Michigan. Oh, you know that. If you're a Michigan fan, don't watch the show. I don't care.
Yeah.
Or watch the show.
Yeah.
We feed off
talk crap with us
that too. Bring your ass over here.
I do. I
like talking shit.
Yeah, I like his high motor. He's I think he could be a good. I mean, when I do these mock drafts, there's a couple comments I hate when I post like a random mock draft on my page. They're like, that player's not going to last that long. It's like, well, dude, he lasted this long in this mock. Of course he's not going to last in the third, fourth round. Like, he could be a third round, second round, first round, but he didn't in this draft. Like, stop saying that super stuff. And second, like, whenever Jack Shore tends to fall for me, second, third round, and people are saying like he's going to go in the first, I'm like, maybe. I if anyone, I think he'll be great in Cincinnati because they need a defensive end, pretty bad, and it's good because he's right down the street.
Yeah, where you at, Adam?
At the end of the day, Angel, nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. There's no way you could do. You could compute it till it's time in April to do this draft here, and you might get a jaw dropper and go,
definitely.
How the heck did that happen?
Yeah, there's like you said earlier, there's always that one player that either drops or gets picked higher than expected every draft.
Every time. Every war room's got a giant board with names all over it. I don't know if they still do it that way. I'm talking old school, but
they probably they got to have a plan A, B, C, D. Yeah. There's so many different scenarios how things can happen, man. So you got to be. If that guy ain't there around the next one, or we got to call up to try to make a deal to get this guy we want. So that's all going to play out in April. So,
and I'm waiting on our lads to send us our damn email, and I will forward that to you guys because there's going to be a lot of stuff.
Draft info. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. The draft guide this year, so we're gonna get some in-depth.
We're going to be experts after we read that 10-page document.
I wouldn't use that word, but we'll be
definitely not with me.
Yeah, Sam doesn't even know how to turn a computer on.
Okay. He's like, read? What's that? Read?
I meant headphones, not computer.
I'd be better off with smoke signals at this point. I can make smoke signals for sure.
Hey, you're learning though, man. You're getting there.
Right. I'm old school, man. Get the fuck off my lawn. What do you want me to say, dude?
We'll teach you at the IX Center on March 30th.
Oh yeah, you're
We'll
about
be
to
there
learn a lot.
And
Yeah.
it's just getting worse the older I get. So I'm just gonna be that grumpy old fuck. So you're gonna have that.
That's
Yeah,
your new
man.
nickname, Golf.
Get used
GOF.
to it. Get used to it.
Come here, GOF. Plug this in.
just yeah, it's going to be a fun show. So meet us there on the 30th, IX Center. We'll come us Redline, Redline Network. Follow them on Facebook too. They just opened up a new site there on Facebook, new page. It's going to be a fun show.
Sam's name just changed on the show. Look at that. It says GOF right there.
You just change it.
Grumpy old fuck.
No, we're
I'll change that back, I promise.
Nah, that would be funny.
That'd be my rap name. Don't make me start busting out bars on you.
Yeah, I just purchased.
And for the record, I double checked, rechecked, and checked everything, and actually read a book. Everything was hooked up right. It was
just
something
a
that was
Bluetooth.
it was something that was out of my hands. I'd have never known because that's a separate room that it was connected to. So
Thank God your wife went in that room and heard voices.
Yeah.
And she realized it was her.
I was already telling Mike, we're having the same problems, bro, and I'm not going to get worked up about it. I'll talk to you later, and just hit the button like I did it with Stump. Boop, power off. I'm out of here. I can't deal with it. And
then you heard her.
Yeah.
We heard
what?
her. Oh
wait
my
a
God.
minute. What? Oh my God. I'm like, what's going on? Your computer blow up now? What the fuck going on over there? No, I can hear it. It's on my headphones in here while I'm at work. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So we figured it out. Great.
Technical issues. If it's not that, it's something else, right, Mike?
Always. Never fails, man. Never.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad it didn't happen when Stump was here. But yes. We the show on the 30th, Angel. Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll be live. We'll go have an extra mic for you guys. It's been ordered. The cable's been ordered. We're gonna have 4. Whoever wants to come in and spew your hatred, love, your passion for the Browns, or if you have just a take you don't think no one's ever heard, just step on in, and we'll let you just sit there on the mic and we'll talk with you. You probably won't be able to be there the whole show, but because other people hopefully want to share their take. But it'll be fun. We'll share some stickers. We got maybe a beanbag toss thing. What do you guys call those?
I'm bringing a mini Browns cornhole.
Mini one. So I mean, we'll have a little fun. We'll be there from 11 to 2 on that Sunday on the 30th. We'll actually probably be there a little earlier setting up, but if you get there, come at our table and just tune in, listen to us, even if you're at home.
Mike just got some stickers fresh off the press. It looked pretty sweet and pretty dope.
Yeah, we have business cards too.
Business cards out to hand out. We're slowly getting there with everything, man. It's pretty awesome. Sweet.
I was at the party also promoting the podcast. There's like my future brother-in-law was talking about it. I was like, yeah, it's Beard Browns. We just talk Browns. We're just a depressed bearded man just talking about the Browns. It's a couple of dudes like, we'll tune in. I was able to send them the link. So hopefully you're following and watching. If not, you're a liar.
I celebrated my birthday last night.
You did?
Yeah. It's not till August.
You got it early.
Yeah, I'm not drinking until August now.
You sound like my stepdad. He's a big fan of the ANVETS. Always has, helps them out with all benefits and spaghetti dinners and like I go in there one blue moon, and every time I go in there, they're like, "Your dad's in here every day. He's always getting shots. He's always saying it's my birthday. Come on, it's my birthday again today." So I'm like, "Oh, the old man's a trip, man. Old man's
birthday a trip. Every day."
Yeah. Gregor says, "Can we please get some?" I'm sorry, I just wanted to hit this comment real quick.
Go ahead.
Can we please get some conditioning coaches this year? I'm tired of seeing 3/4 of the
soft tissue issues. Yeah, soft tissue issues. It's weird.
That's another thing. That condition report, the NFLPA.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about that.
Yeah, we could probably bring that up Tuesday. I mean, we all saw it. It was horrible. It was
how
just
they
as
feel
bad as
about
the team.
Yeah. The only good thing was their food. It's like a B. Everything else like a D or an F. It was crazy.
I want to share my little dream moment real quick because I seen something that was going on, and I know we don't have a quarterback yet because we don't. But I did see that DK Metcalf's, and I just as me, Angel, looking from the outside in, man. Mike, how cool would that be to see? Look to your left, got DK. You look to your right,
That would be a dream.
you got Jerry Judy, dude. You know how nasty that would be, bro.
That would be a dream, but he would cost you.
Listen,
That would be a dream.
Andrew Berry, listen. Yeah,
There's a couple of things if you might hit up. Landry from the Titans is going to be released, and Allen from Washington, both defensive ends. That if the Browns are looking to spruce that up to help Myles stay, that can be a venture that they could visit, and they've done that before in the past, where they went out there either like a veteran wide receiver or a veteran defensive end. But I think they're okay. They're happy with McGuire, but just I wouldn't be surprised if those players can come up here if they're at least kicking the tire at a couple of those players.
we still got to figure out who's going to be our bridge.
Kirk Cousins.
We need a guy, man. Call Flacco back.
Yeah, Flacco.
Listen to what Stump said, dude. It's proofs in the pudding. So
he even said, "Don't mind what he did last year. What he did this year, he can run Kevin's offense." So
yeah, he proved he could.
Yeah.
No problem. I'll come in late and I'll win some games. So just need some spark, man.
Go listen to that interview. Anyways, listen to it all. He's got some good stuff on it.
Yeah, we kept the show under an hour today, guys. That's awesome.
Right on.
Make it work.
Thank you everybody for joining us. Awesome show. We'll be live Tuesday. Don't know topics exactly yet, but we'll get those out to you as soon as possible. And then
Monday's tampering for free agency, so maybe we'll hit up the rumors or what's going on if people sign by Tuesday.
Yeah, we're gonna stay. I'm poking his chest out with a bird chest.
I'm sitting on a. I don't have a actual good chair. I'm sitting on a small stool, so I'm straight on my back. So.
Gregory says Cousins or Flacco, and rookie thoughts. I would go with Flacco. Just had fun here, dude. It was fun for him. He was just whizzing the ball around, didn't care, having fun.
He's got the respect from the players that are here. That's a big
respect,
thing.
yeah.
They respect him. They'll get behind him. That's what you need.
Maybe you can do both with the price. You can do both.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to bring Flacco back, then why wouldn't you just keep Winston as well?
I don't think Jameis and Coach Kevin mesh well. Just my opinion. I could be wrong, but we'll see.
You could be right though as well.
I could be right. Nonetheless, we'll be here Tuesday live, all platforms. Again. March 30th, IX Center, us, Redline Network. Go to Redline Network on Facebook. Give them a follow, and follow us on our socials.
Yes, I'll add that link to our descriptions as well. I didn't do that today because Crown Royal kicked my ass last night. Anyways, yeah, we will see you guys Tuesday. Thank you all for joining us.